Mark Boynton is here and Gaither Jenkins with us. Gentlemen, glad to have you here this afternoon.
Thank you, glad to be here.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, hey, it's coming. Hey, last year it was sort of like, well, we're gonna do this, and the calendar's we're got a pencil, and we're erasing dates and moving things, and we're starting out the senior games and Silver Arts at a slightly later time on the calendar. Then, and what's that been like for the last year as far as for you all? I'll just start the question. You either one of you can jump in. What's it been like? I mean, you got prepared last year, and you all are track and field, right?
We are, yeah.
So what's that like? I mean, obviously you stay in shape and you do a regular routine for yourself. But what was it like last year at this time when we were going through the decision making of how to move through the opening days of the pandemic?
I think it was really hard on everyone, the organizers and the athletes. The organizers at this time of year were just learning what this thing was, trying to figure out how to move forward. And the athletes, we were all super excited, getting ready in the last few weeks before the competition was supposed to happen. And we quickly expected that it might get canceled, and it did. And that was super hard on everyone who got ready. We were fortunate enough to get involved in some virtual events that were held, which were really cool. But folks, especially like Gaither and some of the other folks in our group that have multi-events, it's really tough on them because you're trying to stay in shape for field events and sprinting events, and when it goes away, you lose the opportunity to compete. You can't stay at peak
Right.
12 months out of the year, right, Gaither?
Right.
Yeah, it was hard. We hated to see it go, but it was bigger than that. So obviously you do what you can, and we tried hard to stay in pretty good shape throughout the year. And now that it's rolling back around, everybody's getting really excited about it. It's such nice to have an opportunity like this that's right here.
Absolutely. And folks, if you are not familiar with Piedmont Plus Senior Games and Silver Arts, it's an organization that's across the nation. And here in Winston, it's officiated and managed by the City Recreation and Parks Department. Some really fine people out there working hard to make sure that it happens in key positions. Chuck Vestal and Anna Marino at the top, and then all the volunteers and the other folks in the offices that make it happen. And of course they have, we sort of see with the vaccine and everything that's going on in terms of just the mitigation and therapeutics that are available, and people are actually kind of seeing the light at the end of the tunnel and know that it's not like a train coming at them to see the other side of this. So the senior games will actually start at the 1st of May instead of April. And Silver Arts is actually being wrapped up. The deadlines are approaching. One is today, and then the next deadline, hard deadline for Silver Arts, is going to be the last Monday in the month, which is actually the 30th or 31st, Anna? 30th? Okay. That's a Tuesday. So you keep that in mind. Now the information that we have available to you is on the website at weplay.ws, and you click on the Senior Games link, and the schedule's there. Online forms you can fill out electronically online. You can print out a schedule and carry it with you and kind of see what there is to. And one of the things we were talking about before we went on the air was how many opportunities there are in the Senior Games to get involved, all the way from cornhole to bocce and billiards, the 10K run, the 5K race walk, basketball shooting, shuffleboard, and of course where you all participate primarily is in the track and field.
Track and field, yeah.
So what's that like, and what's it going to be like as far as, have you gotten any information about what the protocols are going to be regarding how you will participate?
We haven't heard much of anything on that, at least I haven't, but I'm expecting the social distancing, the masking when you're not competing, and they throw it all at us in one day. So, we'll be out there and we'll run our events and get it done.
Winston-Salem State University is hosting a lot of the track and field. It starts Saturday, May 8th, unless I've missed something. Are you all participating in the runs, the 10K, doing any of that?
Yeah, we don't run that far.
I take a taxi myself. I always have Uber in my phone, in case I. So anyway,
anything more than 400 meters. That's why we were blessed with cars.
That's right. That's right. The bikes. That's it. Roller skates. So the 50-meter dash, 100-meter running long jump, What do you participate in, Gaither? What's your
You're
specialty?
naming them. You're
Oh,
naming them.
So
Yeah.
the whole list I could just go through. How about the shot put?
Probably won't throw the shot put. But yeah, the sprints and the jumps.
Yeah.
And you know, we'll hope to qualify and take all
200
that
meter
to senior games or state games.
Yeah, that's the cool thing. It's all it all ties into the state, and I really haven't asked anybody yet. I need to call Chuck Vestal and ask him. Maybe he's listening and can call in 761-1380, Chuck, and call now. Caller number 1 wins. So anyway, the question that I wanted to ask Chuck was, is there a national this year? Do you all know? There is. Anna's nodding her head while she's videotaping us for some international distribution, probably Facebook or something like
As
that.
I understand it, Gate, correct me if I'm wrong, as I understand it, the September state finals are where you qualify for the next round of nationals, which is planned to be May 2022 in Fort
Correct.
Lauderdale.
Excellent.
Yep.
Excellent. In Fort Lauderdale.
So that got moved on us. You know, that was going to be
Yeah.
November
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
this year,
Yeah.
and now we got to wait a year for the nationals.
Well, that'll be okay. I mean,
More
you know,
time to get in
anytime
shape.
you go right.
Keep training.
I've been watching the weather in South Florida during the time where we've had all this bad weather, and let me tell you, I'm thinking, you know, I need to figure out what I can like participate in and maybe make it all the way to nationals so I can have a vacation next year. Sometime at the end of next year, that'll be good. What's the most exciting thing for you all about the senior games, and how long have you been participating?
So this will be my second time participating in the local games. It would have been the third if we'd gone last year. Super excited just to have the opportunity to compete in a really friendly, well-run event like this. But for me, one of the most exciting things is seeing folks like a friend of ours, Damian Reynolds, who just turned 60 years old, never did track and field in his life, went with Gate up to Virginia last week in an indoor meet and became an All-American 60-meter hurdler. And so here he is, he's going to come out to the senior games for the first time ever, do things he's never done, and he's 60 years old discovering things that he never thought he could do. I mean, that's just super cool.
And that's important too, and I think the encouragement for fellowship and being with folks, especially after this roller coaster year that we've been on, folks are kind of looking forward to getting together one day.
They absolutely are. It's a good feeling just to be out there with friends. You're going to end up with new friends, and everybody's encouraging each other out there. You know, and there's all different abilities and all different interests, and that's one of the things that got to me. This is my second year also, and I have friends who said, "Well, you know, that's track and that's you and that's great." And I said, "No." I said, "There's tennis and cycling and mini golf and archery and softball and swimming and bowling. I mean, you can get out there and do just about anything on a competitive level with the senior games, and it's fascinating to me that it's all right there."
We've talked to one of the folks that works here at the radio station, Mark Richards, has always said, well, you know, I bowl. And so there's this challenge out there now for him to be in competition. So we're going to try to get him out to North Side Lanes and have him be out there bowling. So hopefully that'll work. Tennis, pickleball, croquet, as we've talked today about the runs and the walks that are taking place. And there's one cool one at Haynes Park on Wednesday, May 12th called the Silver Striders Fun Walk. And so if you're interested in participating in any of what we've talked about today, and believe me, there's a phenomenal list. It's like too numerous to mention on the air. But if you go to weplay.ws, click on the Senior Games link, and you'll find links on that page to register, and you can register online. And there's a printable schedule that's on there, and you can get involved. And Anna Marino, you can call her at 727-2313, 727-2313. And we want to put in a little plug for the Silver Arts. As we said, there's a deadline today for one of the categories. You can find that out online. And then also the Performing Arts is going to have a recording on April 29th, and that's really a hoot because at Arbor Acres, when everybody's in and it's a nice audience and everything, won't be happening this year. It'll all be recorded, but we'll be able to watch those things. And then the Silver Arts display, of course, we talked a minute ago about the deadline for all of the Silver Arts categories being the 30th of March. By April 3rd, they will be on display and all the way through the end of April at the Central Library here in downtown Winston, the Silver Arts display. And it's a beautiful backdrop for some really, really wonderful creations by our people that live here in Winston that are 50 and better. So there you go. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to come up with something to put in there, so.
You gotta get into it, man.
And,
Find something.
you know, if there was a Tiddlywinks championship, I would probably win. And hopefully, you know, they'll have that in. I'm really pushing for that for next year. So, but anyway, it's been a pleasure to have you all in. Did I miss anything, Anna?
No, you covered it.
Okay, we're good. All right, weplay.ws. Click on the Senior Games link. Find out the information. Get involved. Have a great time. And have a lot of fun. It's just a lot of fun. It's good to have you all in. And our studio audience, Anna and this young lady who came in, I'm not sure. Were you with
That's
these?
my wife, Cecile.
Oh, Cecile. Okay, nice to see you. I was wondering you might have come in for win a prize or something. Make sure you walked in with everybody. So anyway, Gaither Jenkins and Mark Boynton participating in track and field. One of the many opportunities for you to be a part of the Senior Games. Piedmont Plus Senior Games and Silver Arts right here in Winston-Salem, getting underway real soon. I mean, things are happening. WePlay.ws, click on that seniors link, and call us here if you need a couple of forms. We'll be more than happy to pass them along. Good to see you all. Thanks for being here again.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you,
All right.
appreciate it.
All righty, here we go, 5:23 time.